we streaming yet?
Presenting the pride of St. Mary's, the 2022 St. Mary's All Brass Marching Band.
Still on me?
Please rise for the playing of the Memorial High School alma mater under the direction of Senior Field Commander Jody Perry.
1, 2, 3.
I gotta go back and forth.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The staff and students at Memorial High School would like to welcome you to the 2022 Homecoming Games. At this time, we would like to present your 2022 Homecoming Court. Freshman attendant, Riley Anderson. Riley is the daughter of Brittany and Tom Naus and Paul and Brooke Anderson. Riley participates in band, soccer, powerlifting, and track. Riley is escorted by Thomas Bills, son of Chris and Lisa Bills. Thomas is representing Student Council. Sophomore attendant, Alexis Shadrack. Alexis is the daughter of Josh Shadrack and Mindy Miller. Alexis participates in softball. She currently works at Varsity Lanes. Alexis intends to attend college after graduating. Alexis is escorted by Lucas Schmidt, son of Aaron Schmidt and Jennifer Johnson. Lucas is representing Drama Club. Junior attendant, Reagan Allmeyer. Reagan is the daughter of Randy and Stacy Allmeyer. Reagan participates in basketball and soccer. Reagan plans to attend college when she graduates. Reagan is escorted by Jackson Monroe, son of Jeremy and Krista Monroe. Jackson is representing Scholastic Bowl. Senior attendant, Morgan Hesse. Morgan is the daughter of John and Amy Hesse. She participates in the band, FFA, basketball, and soccer. Morgan plans to attend college studying education. Morgan is escorted by Joshua Sudman, son of Ron and Michelle Sudman. Josh is representing the National Honor Society. Senior attendant Cora Rabel. Cora is the daughter of Jeremy and Tammy Rabel. Cora participates in National Honor Society, FFA, Gatekeepers, and plays tennis and basketball. She is currently employed at Beer Barrel. Cora plans to attend college after graduation. Cora is escorted by Alex Yale, son of Vern and Amy Yale. Alex is representing FFA. Senior attendant Madeline White. Madeline is the daughter of Trisha and Jim White. Madeline participates in National Honor Society and varsity tennis. She currently works at JT's Brew and Grill and Joint Township Memorial Hospital. Madeline plans to attend college after graduation. Madeline is escorted by Hunter Houston, son of Sean and Shelley Houston. Hunter is representing DECA. Carrying flowers for the Queen is Riley Jean Daringer, daughter of Mark and Amy Daringer. Riley is 6 years old. She is in first grade at St. Mary's East Primary School. Carrying the crown is Riker Lewis Meeker, son of Adam and Ashley Meeker. Riker is 5 years old. He is in kindergarten at St. Mary's East Primary School. And please welcome back the 2021 Homecoming Queen, Eva Young, daughter of John and Tina Young. Eva is currently studying business at Wright State University. And the 2022 Memorial High School Homecoming Queen is, drumroll please, Morgan Hesse. Memorial High School would like to congratulate Morgan Hesse and the 2022 Homecoming Chorus. Also, a big thank you to Hudson Jewelers for providing the homecoming crown, the Flower and Plant Barn for providing the flowers, Kara and Dave Burt for providing the trailer, and the St. Mary's All Brass Band for providing the chairs. Congratulations again to the 2022 Homecoming Corps, and go Riders!
Well, we formally welcome you to Grand Lake Health Systems Field tonight for tonight's homecoming game. And what you have just witnessed is the homecoming queen presentation. And congratulations to the 2022 homecoming queen, Morgan Hesse. She's in the middle of your screen, so congratulations to Morgan, as she is this year's homecoming queen for Memorial High School. Of course, it is homecoming weekend, Zach, and of course, with that, a lot of festivities. Of course, family and friends reunite here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. A lot of classmates reunite here. Some class reunions may be taking place. So it's always a good time, homecoming here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field.
Yeah, and in recent years, they've done a great job of renewing the homecoming bonfire downtown at Skip Bachman Stadium. That was a great time last night from seeing everything and everybody out there. Good crowd. The Alumni Foundation is jumping on the back of that and having some fundraisers. Last night there was a fundraiser at the tap room in St. Mary's. And so it's been a neat week, and hopefully the Riders can top it off with a victory tonight over OG.
Well, it culminates with obviously the homecoming dance will be, I believe, tomorrow evening. But tonight it's the St. Mary's Roughriders taking on the Ottawa Glandorf Titans. The OG Titans come in, I'm sure Ken Schreiner is expecting a little bit better record at this point in the season, but they find themselves 0-3 overall and 0-2 in the Western Buckeye League. The Roughriders find themselves 2-1 overall, 1-1 in the Western Buckeye League after losing to Wapak in overtime last week. So it should be an interesting contest. I'll talk a little bit about OG while we got an opportunity and waiting for the presentation of our colors. The OG Titans come in offensively. They average about 196 yards per game. Their defense is giving up 241 yards per game. Their offense, and this is a big surprise to me when I saw this on the Western Buckeye League stats this afternoon, is OG's offense is only averaging 6.3 points per contest. That is not a typical OG team, and their defense is giving up 17.3. So they're not scoring a lot of points, and they're not giving up a lot of points, but it should be the other way around. They're not scoring more than they're giving up, obviously. That's why they find themselves 0-3.
Yeah, they held Wapak to just 14 points, and we saw Wapak had a pretty good offense and, unfortunately, a pretty similar offense to St. Mary's, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out on the field tonight. But when I watch the OG film, what I see is what I notice is what I don't see, which is their typical athletes. I didn't see somebody at quarterback that I thought was a real big threat to run on us like they've done in the past, or make I didn't see. They have one pretty fast receiver, but besides that, not a lot of receivers that can really push the ball down the field, and I didn't see a running back that was overpowering. That being said, a Ken Schreiner team always gets better and better as the season goes on. So I'm glad that we're playing them earlier in the season, because if we were playing them last week of the season, I'd be very scared about what their team had evolved into by that time.
Absolutely.
And I still think we got to be careful tonight because their defense is good enough to keep them in the ball game, regardless of not having as many weapons on the offensive side.
I agree. If you happen to catch our third and long program where we talked to the coaches of yesteryear, Denny Long, Roger Duncan, and Greg Freewald, I remember Roger Duncan saying that when he was a coach that OG normally has big linemen, and he told us one time during a pregame talk that when they came out on the field, the earth would tilt. That is not the case this year. Their biggest offensive lineman, this is the biggest guy on the line, Austin Haley, 5'10", 230-pound sophomore. He's the biggest. He's the only offensive player that goes over 200 pounds. There's another one at 210. I'm sorry, Connor Kitchen. But on the defensive side, you've got just one at 210 pounds, and that's Connor Kitchen. He's an outside linebacker, but that's as big as they got. And, of course, Kitchen is young as well. He's a junior. The other kid that I mentioned, the Haley, is a sophomore, so they're young. I mean, but they've got seniors on their ball club that they're just struggling.
Well, and they've never been a team that had a lot of depth as a team. So if they would have injuries certain years, you'd see them have a down year. If something happens during the game and they would lose a couple guys, they didn't have somebody that could come in and fill those spots. So they don't have the backups to come in and help with that. The coaches talked about it on third and long. They're not able to do two platooning like a lot of teams used to. We don't do that as much as we used to. But so we have some advantages there. But unfortunately, we've had those advantages over the past few years, and OG's been able to get a victory against us. So we need to button it up and make sure that we put the previous losses to bed tonight.
For the Roughriders, they come in, as I mentioned, 2-1 overall, 1-1 in the Western Buckeye League after their overtime loss to Wapak last week. For the Roughriders, Zach, this is a character builder game. You know, the Roughriders must come out. They must establish themselves early in the ball game, and I think Coach Fry, all he is asking for this ball club is to finish and to give him 4 quarters from start to finish.
Yeah, he's got to be impressed with the fact that they got down 15-0 last week and were able to come back and tie the ball game. That was last week was a game that they could have easily gotten down on themselves, had infighting, and really let the game get away from them. They continue to keep their heads up, stay in the game, and they really put on their effort in the second half. I know Coach Fry wants to see that effort the entire game, all 4 quarters.
For the Rough Riders, if you watched last week's ball game, you noticed they missed Aiden Hinkle in the second half, who did not play in the second half. But according to Coach Fry, he is well, and he had a good week of practice this week, and he will be back in the lineup again tonight for the Rough Riders. You see on your screen is the color guard presented by the American Legion Post 323 and the St. Mary's VFW. You know, I think for the Rough Riders, with Hinkle not playing last week in the second half, some new kids got in. Caden Sharp got an opportunity to run at fullback. Braden Sullivan moved over from his halfback spot to run a little bit at fullback, and you know that's just a credit to Sullivan, who I think is an outstanding athlete. Was able to move from halfback to fullback, and the Riders really never missed a beat.
Talked to a junior high coach last night who told me that Sullivan used to play fullback.
Really?
And he said, don't worry about moving him to fullback. He was a natural there. If they have to use him at fullback, he'll be great there. So maybe that's why he looks so comfortable going into that spot.
Very well.
We always, you and I have always talked about it for the past few years, that it's nice to have a large fullback and then a smaller fullback to kind of mix things up,
Absolutely.
hit the holes at a different angle, be a little smaller behind his linemen so that the defense isn't able to see that, kind of have a little bit more of a misdirection, which is how the old Skip Bachman wing tee used to be run.
Absolutely. Right now, the Memorial High School All-Brass Marching Band is prepared to play our national anthem. While they do that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with the kickoff of tonight's ball game. You're watching Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. We'll be right back.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future. Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. You're watching Rider Nation Station homecoming weekend here at Grand Lake Health System Field as the St. Mary's Rough Riders make their way onto the playing surface. The OG Titans are huddled in the end zone, and we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff and the start of this Western Buckeye League encounter between the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans and the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Joe, we've got fireballs, we've got fireworks tonight. So thank you to all those sponsors that were able to sponsor the fireballs and fireworks for the homecoming game. So if you hear any of that through your TV set, that's where that's coming from the south end of the end zone. We've got a full-blown homecoming atmosphere here tonight, Joe. Looks like about 80 degrees on the field.
Perfect night for football.
Perfect night for football. I did see that it's going to be getting down to about 64 later, so be interesting once the sun starts to drop how quickly that goes. But not a cloud in the sky from my view here, so looking good for a night for Rough Rider football here in St. Mary's, Ohio. No place we'd rather be.
Absolutely. We got a lot of things taking place tonight on our telecast. Of course, don't forget the big Roughrider replay between the first and second and third and fourth quarters. We also have the Rough Rider trivia question, which will be coming your way sometime in the third quarter. And, of course, at halftime, Zach will be interviewing Bill Kellemeyer, who is the is he the president of the Alumni Association?
Yes, yep.
And he'll be talking about the Alumni Association and a little bit about the Hall of Fame and some of the inductees that are going in as the class of 2022. So a lot of things taking place this evening on the field and here in the stadium as well.
You know what, Joe? I just realized we forgot to ask Mark Sisko last week about whether the referees have to wait the full minutes that are on the clock in the pregame.
Oh, yeah, you did forget to ask him that.
It's 6:56 right now. There's 3 minutes on the pregame clock, and I'm just curious: is there a OHSAA rule that says no games can start till 7 or?
Now the other one, this one they may have to run it to 0. They may. And the other one is the halftime. When they come back out, they always, after the band's completed and it runs to 0, they put 3 minutes on the clock to allow each team to warm up in preparation for the second half. Now, does that have to run all the way to 0? Or can they take it off at any time if the two teams agree to say, let's go?
I tell you what, while we're waiting, why don't we go run through the homecoming quarter again?
Absolutely.
And so let's go through it. Freshman attendant Riley Anderson. Riley is the daughter of Brittany and Tom Nouse and Paul and Brooke Anderson. Riley was escorted by Thomas Bills, son of Chris and Lisa Bills. Thomas was representing student council. Sophomore attendant Alexis Shadrach. Alexis is the daughter of Josh Shadrach and Mindy Miller. Alexis participates in softball. Alexis was escorted by Lucas Schmidt, son of Aaron Schmidt and Jennifer Johnson, and Lucas was representing the drama club. Junior attendant Reagan Alumni. Reagan is the daughter of Randy and Stacy Alumni. Reagan plans to attend college. Reagan was escorted by Jackson Monroe, son of Jeremy and Kristen Monroe, who was representing Scholastic Bowl. And then we had 3 senior attendants. Senior attendant Morgan Hesse. Morgan is the daughter of John and Amy Hesse. Morgan participates in band, FFA, basketball, and soccer. Morgan was escorted by Joshua Sudman, son of Ron and Michelle Sudman. Josh was representing the National Honor Society. We had senior attendant Cora Rabel. Corey was the daughter of Jeremy and Tammy Rabel. Corey was escorted by Alex Yale, son of Vern and Amy Yale. Alex was representing FFA. We had senior attendant Madeline White. Madeline was the daughter of Tricia and Jim White. Madeline participates in National Honor Society in tennis. She was escorted by Hunter Houston, son of Sean and... It's cut off here, sorry. Shelly, I believe. Shelly Houston. Hunter is representing DECA. And, of course, then I want to give a big congratulations to senior attendant Morgan Hesse, crowned homecoming queen tonight. Congratulations, and congratulations to all the students as they get to celebrate some homecoming festivities here at Grand Lake Health System Field in St. Mary's, Ohio.
All righty, both teams are on the field. The official just about ready to hand the football off to Tyler Hohenbrink, who will kick it off for the OG Titans. This Roughrider kickoff return is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's at your convenience. Back to receive the kickoff for St. Mary's, Kevin Sharp, Braden Sullivan, Kevin Perry, Braden Sullivan, and Keegan Sharp. They're going to let the clock wind down, so apparently this is a must.
Yeah.
They have to let the actual start of the game clock go to 0.
It just went to 7 o'clock, so that must be a rule.
Tyler Hohenbrink will do the kicking for the OG Titans. The deep backs for the Roughriders standing at their own 5-yard line. Official blows the whistle, and this football game is underway. It's a low, bounces a couple of times. Kevin Perry loses the handle, picks it up. He'll get to the 10, he'll cut to the outside, and he'll get to about the 22-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. So the Roughriders will have their first possession of the ball game, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A little bit scary. Went past Kevin Perry there, but he's able to turn around, pick it up nicely, and make a good return out of it.
Up front for the Roughriders, Xavier LeClaire, Trent Wyckoff, Caleb Miller, Greg Felver, Braden Saylor, Eli Ricard. Heath Dilsever is a split end. In the backfield, Braden Sullivan, Aiden Hinkle, Colton Mabry, and Cody Wallace is your quarterback. And, of course, you'll also see Keegan Sharp, from time to time, Kevin Perry, and also Caleb Felver will tote the football throughout the course of the ball game. Give the ball to Hinkle. He'll go off the right side and takes a host of OG Titans to bring him down. We'll give him a gain of about 1 on the play. We'll give him a gain of about 2 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
Starting off with a lot of inside bodies lined up from OG, really sitting on the inside trap of St. Mary's.
Heath Dillsaver wide to the right. Here comes Sharp to the corner. He gets the corner and he's run out of bounds about the 30-yard line, so he's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down. They'll call it 3rd and 3. The ball will be placed at the Roughrider 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, that's almost becoming a patent bread and butter play for the Roughriders, is give the ball to Keegan Sharp and let him run that sweep.
He's got so much speed. He gets to the outside so quick. One of the guys that you know has the speed to get out there.
This is a quarterback keeper, and I don't think he's going to make it.
I'm not sure if he got the snap well either. This is going to be an interesting call for Coach Bo Fry. He's going to go for the half yard on 4th down here. I think he might.
Yeah, he's about a yard shy. And Cody Wallace will run over and get the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry. We're just underway here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Homecoming weekend here for Memorial High School.
Big 4th down starting out right here on the first drive.
Full house in the backfield. Wallace under center. Long count. Turn. This will be a Fowler TV first down, as I believe Braden Sullivan's the ball carrier. Good job by the right side of the offensive line.
Yeah, excellent job there. I wonder if that was a check with me play. Sometimes they run those out of the full house where they see the way that OG's lined up and they say run it to a different side, whichever is less.
Sharp in motion, give the ball to Sullivan. He's going to go backside. He spins around and he is clocked by the OG defense. We'll see if they mark the ball back at the line of scrimmage. They do, so Sullivan was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Roughriders. 9:50 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Sharp in the wing to the left. Turn.
Going to pass it.
They're going to go down the middle, and Sharp is there, and right off his hands. So it was a nice pass, even though Sharp was double covered. It was right there. It was a good pass.
Yeah, Sharp had maybe a step on his defender, but the ball was a little underthrown, but it still was able to be out in front of him and really should have been caught. Big opportunity there. That brings up a tough 3rd and 10 now.
Colton Mabry goes to the right, as does Dillsaver. Wallace goes back. He's got room to run. He's going to go to the 35, to the 40, and he'll be out of bounds, but I think he's going to be short of the first down by about a yard.
I don't know, Joe. He held that ball out.
They're going to move it. Yep, good eyes.
Let's watch this here on the replay. He needs to get to about the 44-yard line. Whew. I'll take that spot, Joe.
Absolutely, we'll take it. Anytime. So the ball will be placed at the Roughrider 44-yard line. It's another Fowler TV first down, their 2nd of the drive.
First time in a couple of weeks that we've seen a big run from Cody Wallace. Be interested to see if they start trying to get more boots and get him out there.
Here comes Sullivan, and he's run out of bounds. He'll be close to midfield. Second down and 5 will give Sullivan a gain of 5 on the play. Clock is stopped. Caleb Miller brings the Roughrider offense out over the football. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to Hinkle, and he'll go nowhere, maybe a half a yard, if that.
Yeah, the interior defensive line of OG is their strength. Walpock was not able to run up the middle very often at all. So St. Mary's will keep testing it because that's the way our offense works, and you got to keep them honest and keep them inside. But I think we're going to see most of our gains tonight from the outside.
You know, we failed to mention, Zach, even though they don't have size, they lack size in the defensive front and for this entire ball club, we failed to mention that Ottawa has always been very athletic.
Yep.
Two receivers to the left. Wallace, three-step drop. He's going to launch it. Nice catch by Sullivan. It'll be a Fowler TV first down. Give it a gain of about 14 on the play. We'll move the sticks. Third first down for the Riders here in their first possession of the ball game. So far, they've had it the entire first quarter. They're chewing up time. The clock is down to 8:22 here in the first quarter.
Well, we knew that Cody Wallace had an arm that could be utilized, and we just really haven't seen him have to utilize it too much this season. So it's exciting now to see him work some passing plays in.
Mabry breaks a tackle. Got to go. Almost broke it. I was ready to go. I was ready to bring you the call. But I just brought him down, but it'll be another Fowler TV first down. Going back to that previous pass play, it's one of the few times that we've seen more than one receiver in the route.
Yep.
Rough Riders had two receivers running the route. They was able to find Sullivan. But that'll be another Fowler TV first down. The Rough Riders move the chains to get a fresh set of downs. The ball will now be placed at the Ottawa 28-yard line. Turn.
Nice.
That's
Caden
Sharp.
Sharp, instead of putting his head down,
Kind of jumped over a tackler.
did a little hurdling.
We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it second down and 7. Checking into the ballgame, number 31, Logan Compton. And Coach Fry told me this week that they were going to move him and use him a little bit at tight end this week on the offense, but normally he lines up in the D-line. Hinkle, left side, puts his head down. He'll gain about 3 on the play.
Had a little hold there on the left side. Thought he was going to take it pretty far, but got upended. Somebody on the OG side did a nice job of getting up under his feet.
Clock continues to run. Compton and Sharp come off the field. We'll call it third down and 4. The ball resting at the OG 22-yard line. Pitch to Hinkle. He's got blockers out in front. He bowls forward.
Real
and
close to the
second
first.
effort will get him close to the first down. Just good, strong running by Aiden Hinkle. Of course, he is the Western Buckeye League's leading rusher.
That was that same play that we saw last week that they unfortunately had some miscommunication and fumbled. Good to see that they worked on that and not afraid to use it tonight, because that's been a play that the Rough Riders have been utilizing all season.
Well, we've got a player down for the OG Titans. We got an official timeout on the field with the score 0-0, 6:12 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come right back.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or auglaizeequipmentrental.com, or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people. Roughriders quickly to the line of scrimmage. We are back, 6 minutes remaining.
That was Caden Sharp again. Trying to get a little more speed out of the fullback position. As we see a shaft out of sales replay here for the previous play there, where Aiden Hinkle did get the first down, by the way. So chains moved during that injury timeout.
Another Fowler TV first down. Now brings up second down, and we're going to call it 7. Ball is at the OG 15-yard line, so the Roughriders are in the red zone once again. They've struggled inside the red zone in their first 3 ball games. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 1 on the play. So that'll bring up third down, and we'll call it 6. We'll see if the Riders go to the air or if they'll try to sweep it to the outside. Logan Compton comes back in. He'll be at tight end.
Yeah, it's anyone's guess. This is unfortunately that same area we saw him have to go to a field goal at against Walpock last week.
Counter back, and boy, it was snuffed out like right now by number 20. That's Justin Pope. And so the Riders, with the loss, we'll give them a loss of 2 on the play, find themselves with a 4th and 8 situation. The ball is right in the middle of the field, but I don't think they're going to attempt a field goal. I think they're going to go for it. So this is a big play for the Roughriders. They've held the football pretty much for the first 8 minutes of this quarter. Full house in the backfield. Turn. Wallace sets up a screen. Sullivan to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Roughriders. Nice play. Nice call by Kobe Fry. I like it.
Yeah, you and I talked a little bit after last game about, of course, it's always hindsight's always 20/20 about the 4th and 6 last week, and we decided to try a 37-yard field goal. And I think I told you a couple times, man, I really thought that Walpock would have was set for screen pass because they were flying all over the field. They were not as disciplined as we've seen, but so glad to see that we pulled it out here.
That was well executed, and you saw the replay sponsored by Larry Schaff Auto Sales. Those sponsor all our replays throughout the course of the season. Logan Rush with the point after, it's up, and it is good. So with 3:53 to go here in the first quarter, the Roughriders draw first blood. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Roughrider kickoff right after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
This Roughrider kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton at State Farm Insurance, their office in St. Mary's. The kick.
Oh, no.
It's taken by number 3, I believe. That's Grant Schrader, I believe.
Scared me there for a second. Ran right through a couple tackles, but fortunately there's someone behind him. Joe, that kickoff was brought to you by Laura Yelton. Laura's, big with the SMART area, which is the St. Mary's Area Resource Team. She wanted me to remind everybody there's going to be a person tool bingo next Saturday, September 17th at the St. Mary's Eagles. Doors open at 5. Games begin at 6. It's going to be $35 to participate. And yours truly is going to be the bingo caller, which is always fun. I'm one half of the bingo bros.
Cy Rump on the carry for the OG Titans. Rump is a 6', 175-pound senior. The quarterback for the OG Titans is Landon Mormon. He is a senior, not very big. 6', 165 pounds.
Now we're seeing OG come out with their traditional offense that we've seen the last decade, which is a shotgun mostly, a lot of running out of the shotgun, and a lot of quick passes out of the shotgun. We did get burned a couple years ago on some stop and goes, I think last year as well, so definitely need to watch that.
And the ball up the middle. I think that's going to be, I want to say Alex Schrader, but we'll see. No, it's number 17.
Fortunately, from what I've seen, Landon Mormon, the QB, doesn't have quite as good of an arm as we faced last year, so it should be less threats down the field.
Number 17 is Nick Ellerbrock. That'll be 3rd and 7 for the Titans. Mormon steps back looking for a receiver, and pass is intended for Griffin Simett. Falls incomplete off his fingertips, and so this will bring in a punting situation for the OG Titans.
Pretty good pressure on him, and he did a really pretty good job of finding an open man because Griffin Simett was open over the middle there. Fortunately for St. Mary's, ball just sailed over his head a little bit too far, out of his hands.
I think Cy Rump, I believe, is the punter. No, it's not.
52.
It's 52. It's Connor Kitchen. And the fair catch is caught by Caden Sharp. So with 2:02 remaining here in the first quarter, the Rough Riders will have their second possession after a 3-and-out by the OG Titans. They'll have it at their own 45-yard line.
Six first downs on that first drive, Joe. 78 yards and 25 passing yards.
Really? And how much time did it chew up?
8 minutes.
Full house in the backfield for the Rough Riders. Wallace will give it to Colton Mabry. Mabry, give him a gain of 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
Man, OG Titans defense, that was Luke Bournes there. Such a great job of getting off his blocks because that was set up looking like Mabry was going to be able to run 20 yards down the field, and they're just so good at shedding blocks. Clearly we got a little bit of a size advantage, and so we're getting 3-4 yards down the field, but they're so good at getting off blocks that they've been able to stop them from big plays so far.
Wallace is going to tuck it and run. He's got Felver in front of him. And it'll be another Fowler TV first down as he's knocked out of bounds at the OG 39-yard line. We'll see if we have a Larry Schaff auto sale instant replay. He's got Felver in front of him, and Sullivan takes somebody out as well.
Clearly a passing play, but when you got that much open space to run, St. Mary's quarterback's always going to take the run, Joe.
Absolutely. Pitch to Hinkle. He's got people out in front of him, and he's knocked down at the OG 35-yard line.
That's some nice vision from Aiden Hinkle. He was definitely going towards the outside and saw the flow of the tackle right there, cut off of his tackler. That was Greg Felver out there in front of him with a nice block, and Aiden Hinkle made the cut and went upfield.
Hinkle off right tackle. He's going to be close to a Fowler TV first down. It's going to be a little bit shy, I think. Well, the play clock and the game clock is pretty much almost right on.
Just like that, almost done with the first quarter. Unbelievable.
Third and short. Hinkle dives forward. We're going to see if he's going to get the first down. It is a Fowler TV first down. So we get the first down, keep possession of the ball. The clock is going to run out, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. With the score on the Family Audiology scoreboard, the St. Mary's Roughriders 7, the OG Titans nothing. It's time now for our Big Ralph Rider replay, sponsored by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza, and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244. We hope you enjoy this edition of our Big Ralph Rider replay.
Tyler goes on the quick count, pitch the ball back to Nathan Holman. Nathan needs a block to the outside, cuts back at the 30. He's to the 25, he's to the 20, he's to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Rough Riders, 30 yards, 35 yards, 35-yard run by Nathan Holman.
Nathan Holman.
What a season. That had to have been 2000, 2001. That was my freshman year. I was watching those games from the marching band, playing the big bass drum. But Steve Kill, Nathan Holman, Eli Holshinger. I think that was 3,000-yard backs that year.
Yep, I think that's right. I think we even had that as a trivia question at one point in time.
Yep.
It's the only time the Rough Riders have had 3 1,000-yard running backs.
I think that was Tyler Sampson as quarterback, tossing it to Holman.
Well, the Rough Riders picked up another Fowler TV first down. They'll keep the ball. Fresh set of downs. Carter Steinberg will go wide to the left. Turn. Wallace is going to go up top. He's got Sullivan all alone. Caught it. Touchdown.
Wow, there was no one within 15 yards of Sullivan. What a play call.
Nice pass, nice route.
Yep.
End result, 6 points for the Rough Riders, as they extend their lead to 13-0 on the Family Audiology scoreboard.
That one's going to make the Saturday highlight show. American Legion Post 323 in St. Mary's brings you that every Saturday. Always look forward to it.
Logan Rush on to attempt the point after for the Rough Riders to extend this lead to 14-0. Sullivan will hold. Snap is back. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:54, it took them 6 seconds to score here in the second quarter. On the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 14, the OG Titans nothing. We'll be back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems, so we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish, and so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside my partner, Zach Farrell, as we bring you Rough Rider football here on Rider Nation Station. I want to say a big shout out to all those folks that are watching around St. Mary's area and wherever you might be watching. If you get an opportunity in the comments section, just kind of type in where you're watching. Last week we had folks from Germany. I think that was our farthest, and Hawaii.
Got Kevin Cordy again watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
This kickoff is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. See Laura or Logan Yelton at your convenience. They are located on Spring Street in St. Mary's. The return is brought back to the OG 25-yard line. That play goes nowhere. So we'll call it second down and a loss of 1. We'll call it second down and 11.
OG switching to the pistol formation there. Quarterback comes up a little bit, and they got a running back behind him.
There's a pass out, and it's caught by number 16, Carter Dooling. Zach and I are trying to figure out who number 95 is on the field, and we haven't seen 95 this year, but we do believe, and we have confirmed here in press row, that it is Braxton King. So Braxton is back with the ball club after not being available to play for the first 3 ball games. But I think that was basically due in part to an injury that he sustained, and finally got the clearance that he can go full go and back with the program. And well, I tell you what, he's just pushing people around.
Yeah, that's great to see right there on the Larry Schaff Auto Sales replay. Braxton King in your camera right now, pushing the guy back. Big body. It's great when that can just come onto your team in the middle of a season.
Absolutely. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the OG Titans. Mormon in the shotgun. He's going to pass it out to Schrader. Schrader breaks a tackle, and he'll dive for a couple of more. That's one of the things that Coach Fry alluded to. The Rough Riders have got to make those initial tackles and finish. When they wrap them up, they've got to finish it.
Yeah, going back to that 3rd down where they gave up the 1st down, they had enough guys in the backfield. They just weren't able to get good hands on them. He ran through a couple tackles and fortunately had enough for the 1st down. That was a big 3rd down right there. Could have really had them bottled up. I don't think they would have been able to go for it. They probably would have punted.
We'll call it second down and 5. The ball is at the OG 41-yard line. Mormon keeps the football back to the line of scrimmage, and he gains about 4 on the play, so it's going to bring up about 3rd and about 2. Third down, and we're going to call it, well, they're going to call it a long 1 and a short 2. So ball is placed at the OG 45-yard line. They've got to get to the 46. Mormon in the shotgun. Rough Riders going to rush from the end, and boy, he is stuffed right there.
Thought they hit him so early that the ball might be out, but
first player to hit him was Hunter Mabry. You'll see him right here come in. Boom, there he is. Hunter Mabry, Braxton Sullivan. Here comes Caden Sharp.
And we saw that last week
Jamal
against Waupun
Kessler.
on a couple of plays, didn't we?
Yep. So
big 3rd down and short, and we seem to just come alive on 3rd down and short. We've had a couple tackle for losses now.
This was another tackle for loss, so to bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 2. Their OG is going to punt the football with Connor Kitchen. This is a area that the OG Titans struggle in. Fair catch being called by Keegan Sharp, so the Rough Riders will have the football.
Joe, if you had to guess, what do you think the time of possession difference is right now?
I'm going to say St. Mary's has at least 14 and a half minutes. OG has about 2:45.
Yeah, up until that play, up until that drive, St. Mary's had 10 minutes and OG only had 1 minute.
Oh, nice catch by Mabry. We got a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play, but that was a nice catch by Colton Mabry. But this one may be coming back.
Block below the knees. Have to see this on the replay here. Hard to see in that angle.
Well, that'll move the Rough Riders back 15 yards, so it'll be we'll call it first down, and yeesh, a long way, 23 yards. So the Rough Riders have put it in the air a few more times than we've seen in the previous ball games. Here comes the counter back to Mabry. He's got a one to beat. He's to the 35, to the 45, to the 40, to the 50, to the Rough Rider OG 40, and he is tackled. Nice run by Colton Mabry. That's a Fowler TV first down, and that will make the American Legion Post 323 video highlight show.
Great job by the offensive line. Braden Saylor down there, downfield. Big O tackle. 6'3", 305 pounds, running down 20 yards down the field in front of his running back. That's what we like to see.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. Pitch to Hinkle. Hinkle breaks a tackle in. He'll pick up another Fowler TV first down. Nice run by the Rough Riders. Right now, it just seems right now that the Rough Riders offensive line is just starting to overpower the OG defense, and the Rough Riders are picking up big chunks of yardage.
Yeah, they need to hold on to the ball, finish this drive, put OG down 21-0.
That's Rough Riders' 11th first down of the first half. Wing back to the left. Sharp comes back on the counter, and he trips over the feet of his own player. I think he tripped over the feet of Xavier LeClaire.
Yeah, Xavier was coming up through the hole there, and one of the OG players was laying on the ground, and Xavier's not going to be hurdling anybody anytime soon. So he's got pretty good feet, though, for his size. So
he's lost some weight in the offseason, came in about 30 pounds lighter, maybe 40 pounds lighter, they said, and then has worked on his footwork, and that has gotten a lot better, so very much improved.
Jay
Schaefer with the carry.
First time I think he's touched the ball tonight, and what a way to do it.
And that'll be another Fowler TV first down.
Good job of Aiden Hinkle out there blocking in front of him.
Also out there is number 23, Caleb Felver. Caleb and Carter Steinberg have the distinct honor of running the cross-country route. Sullivan inside the 5, backs in, he reaches out.
Ooh, real close to a touchdown.
They're going to call him down inside the 1-yard line. Well, keep in mind if you see this on the replays, you see the ball pop out. Okay, you'll see it pop out right there.
Yep.
The ground cannot cause a fumble, so that would have been clearly. If he'd have been in the end zone, it would have been a touchdown. But they're going to place it at the 1-yard line. Full house in the backfield. Wallace, quarterback sneak, touchdown, Rough Riders. At the 5:32 mark, the Rough Riders go up 20-0 on the Family Audiology scoreboard with a point after coming by Logan Rush. Again, another nice drive by the Rough Riders.
Another fireball in the south end zone. Wonder sometimes what the truck drivers think as they're coming by on 33.
Logan Rush to attempt the point after. Sullivan's hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:32 remaining on the Family Audiology scoreboard here in the first half, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 21, the OG Titans nothing. Back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this. Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph. Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. 5:32 remaining here in the first half. Rough Riders out to a 21-0 lead. This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today.
Well, this team has definitely come out ready to play this week, Joe. I know that was a big talking point of Bo Fry this week on his show.
Schaefer's kick is caught at about the 14-yard line. It wasn't. 23 was on the receiving end of that. That's Jordan Metzger. That looks like maybe Logan Rush did the kicking off. I'm sorry. So Landon Moorman, the senior quarterback, will bring him out in the gun for the OG Titans. Moorman turns, throw.
Ooh.
It falls incomplete. Closest player to it was number 33, Tristan Gardner.
Can't tell if that was tipped at the line. I think it was. Almost fell right into Tristan Gardner's hands, though. This quarterback did throw 1 or 2 interceptions last week, if I remember correctly, or 2 weeks ago against Wapakoneta.
Moorman calls the signals. Give the ball up the middle to number 42, Alex Schrader. We'll give him a gain of about 1. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 9 for the OG Titans. And I'll tell you, the one thing you don't want to do right now is give the ball back into the hands of the St. Mary's offense. They've had 3 possessions and 3 scores, I believe.
Yeah, I wonder if Ken Schreiner at OG coach is thinking about running the ball here so that it eats up a little bit more clock. I wonder if Bo Fry would call a timeout then to try to save some of that clock.
Moorman, 3 receivers to the right. He's going to straight back. He's being pressured by the Rough Rider defense. He's got a lot of room to run. He picks up the first down and runs out of bounds. So a smart play by the senior quarterback, Landon Moorman. Had a lot of room.
That's where some of those big bodies on the defensive line get you. They get up the field. They're walled off there. You can see them behind. Moorman does a nice job of stepping up into the pocket and taking off. Had a lot of field in front of him. They may need to start spying him on some 3rd and longs.
OG will send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Moorman in the gun. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to Schrader. I believe it's Schrader or Cy Rump, one of the 2. Both jerseys end in 2. So they're going to give that one to Cy Rump. Clock continues to run. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. The ball is in Rough Rider territory at the Rough Rider 49-yard line. Moorman goes back. He's going to launch it over the middle, and it is caught.
Oh, wow.
Nice catch by Schrader. Touchdown, Titans. That was just nothing but pure athleticism on the part of Grant Schrader.
Yeah, he really
just went up and took the ball away. And
two defenders right next to him, they sort of ran into each other. Sharp kind of got there a little early, really had a lot of...
Nice work by our camera crew down on the field. I think might be Doug Spencer, I do believe, with that shot.
Sharp had a little contact before he caught it, but didn't matter. Schrader went up there and got it.
The kick is no good. Kick was attempted by Tyler Hohenbrink and never really got off the ground. So with 3:38 remaining here in the first half on the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 21, the OG Titans 6. Back with the Titan kickoff right after this.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
Alrighty, we're back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, homecoming weekend here at Memorial High School. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station, happy to be along for the ride as we bring you the game between the Rough Riders and the OG Titans. Next week, the Rough Riders will be on the road, and we'll be at Van Wert to bring you that titanic clash between the Van Wert Cougars and the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Of course, the Cougars are taking on Wapak tonight on the road at Wapak. This kickoff return being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. See Laura or Logan Yelton today. Sullivan will take it at about the 13-yard line. Waits for his blockers. Up the middle he goes. He's still on his feet. Spins and is brought down at the 30-yard line. Nice return by Sullivan.
Let's watch this replay. Somebody from OG really did a great job of blowing this back line up there.
Whoa.
Boom, right through. Didn't touch the kick returner, but was able to disrupt things a little bit, I think. Look at this angle. Boom. 56.
Rough Riders have it 1st and 10. Give the ball to Aiden Hinkle off the left side, and he'll gain about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down. Well, we'll give him a gain of 2. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. We've got an injured player on the field with a score. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 21, the OG Titans 6. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
If you want a winning banking relationship for all your financial needs, let Minster Bank help. We can make all your winning dreams come true. Find us at minsterbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert along with Zach Farrell. As we mentioned in our pregame show, Zach will be interviewing Bill Kellemeyer, president of the St. Mary's Memorial Alumni Association. And I have yet to see hide nor hair of Bill.
He's got 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 for the Rough Riders. Ball is at the Rough Rider 33-yard line. Hinkle up the middle. He'll gain about 2 on the play, and that'll be about it. So the Rough Riders will find themselves with a 3rd and 6 situation. Once again, we want to remind everybody that you'll see video highlights of this game on Saturday, brought to you by our friends at the American Legion Post, 323 in St. Mary's, so check that out. Wallace is sacked. That's a huge loss.
Grant Schrader, same guy that made the touchdown for OG offensively, comes around the edge. Watching that replay, just came right around the tackle and Aiden Hinkle unable to do anything in the backfield.
We've got a timeout on the field once again with the score. The St. Mary's Roughriders 21, the OG Titans 6 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
For a new trailer or needing your current one fixed? Then head over to Midway Trailer Sales. We're conveniently located just off U.S. Highway 33 in St. Mary's and Interstate 75 in Dayton. We're your one-stop shop for new and used trailers, flatbeds, and snowplows. We also offer a wide array of parts to fit your trailer's needs. Our professional service team will get you back on the road in no time. And of course, we're Ohio's only authorized empty hopper dealer. Come visit us at www.midwaytrailers.net. When you need a haul, give Midway a call.
St. Mary's Roughriders find themselves in a 4th and 16 situation after the OG Titans sacked Cody Wallace for a loss. Back to do the punting for the Roughriders is Jay Schaefer. Jace is about 4th in the Western Buckeye League in punting. OG will have players standing at their own 35-yard line. Schaefer puts a foot in it. Nice high floater. And the ball is touched and is dropped. The Roughriders are chasing it down, and the ball's still loose. I think the Roughriders are going to come up with it. I'm going to say there's more blue shirts there than white shirts, and the odds are, I'm saying Roughrider ball.
Let's watch the replay here.
Oh, mercy.
Oh, wow. Pretty good high kick here. Right through the hands.
Ball is still loose right there.
Oh.
No. Are you kidding me? The only other
OG player around.
Got it.
Wow.
So the OG Titans dodge a big bullet as they recover their fumbled punt. So they'll have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Clock will start at the snap of the football. 2:31 remaining here in the first half.
It's much better field position for this defense, but
yes,
they need to get some pressure on the quarterback and down the field. They need to be careful about these long passes that they're giving up.
Mormon rolls to the left and a missed tackle. Nice catch there. And that's going to, and he's trying to figure out who that receiver was. I believe it's number 3, Grant Schrader.
Again.
Well, he scored the last OG touchdown. He made a sack on Cody Wallace to put him 4th and long, and now he pulls down a pass from Mormon. And again, the Roughriders missed a tackle. So the OG Titans still have plenty of time here in the first half to score. The clock is down to 2:04 remaining.
Yeah, it's a real worst-case scenario these last 5 minutes for St. Mary's. Give up a big play, 3 and out, and now you got OG back in scoring position.
Schrader, they're going to throw it back. They're going to throw it back to Rump. Rump will be inside the 5-yard line before he's run out of bounds. That will stop the clock. Keegan Sharp in on the stop. Also over there is Jamal Kessler.
I think St. Mary's blitz a couple linebackers that time. Nobody was out there to cover the running back out of the backfield.
Kevin Perry also in on the play. You see there in the replay. Of course, the Roughriders get a taste of their own medicine because that's a very similar play that the Roughriders scored on. A little throwback type screen. That'll be 1st and goal. Ball is at the St. Mary's 4-yard line. We've got a Dave Weilbacher flag on the play.
Going to call encroachment on St. Mary's. It's going to be half the distance to the goal.
So the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First and goal. Ball is now placed at the 2-yard line with the encroachment penalty on the Roughriders. Landon Mormon in the shotgun. Got Cy Rump to his left. Landon keeps the football, and he's going to be down at about the 1-yard line, so don't look for anything fancy here. Just Landon Mormon with the football, try to get it in the end zone.
Yep, just give it to your quarterback and run an off tackle. Let him try to find a lane.
Hunter Mabry had a shot at him, and second down and goal. Ball placed at the Roughrider 1. Mormon under center. Turn. Give the ball to Rump. Touchdown, OG Titans. So Cy Rump with a 1-yard touchdown run gives the OG Titans 6 more points, and they inch a little closer to the Roughriders. I'm sure this isn't how the Roughriders would like to end this first half.
Yep, and they're going to go for 2 here, Joe. Going to miss that last extra point. Want to make it 21-14.
Carter dueling wide to the left for the OG Titans. Mormon and Rump in the backfield. Ellerbrock in motion. He'll slide back to the right. Mormon goes up the middle and
stop short.
He's going to be short, so it's no good. The 2-point conversion by the OG Titans is stopped by the Roughrider defense. So with 1:04 remaining here in the first half, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 21, the OG Titans 12. Back right after this.
Goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. +1 professionals going the extra mile.
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Herbert alongside Zach Farrell, and I see Bill Kellemeyer's made his way into the press box facility. And of course, Zach will have a little chat with Bill here at halftime. Gets ready to talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, I'm sure, and other things.
Homecoming night here. You can see on your screen all of the different clubs with their homecoming banners. Good to see that tradition still going strong.
The State Farm Roughrider Kickoff return is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. See Laura or Logan Yelton. State Farm Insurance in St. Mary's. Ellerbrock. Kevin Perry drops the football, picks it up. He's got a line. He spins out of a tackle, spins out of another one, and is finally brought down at about the Roughrider 33-yard line. So the Roughriders will go to work with less than a minute to go.
All 3 timeouts still. Interested to see here if Coach Fry decides just to try to eat up some clock and go into the locker room with a 21-12 lead, or if he wants to try to put some more points on the board here at the end of the half.
The ball is resting at the Roughrider 32-yard line. Carter Steinberg goes all the way to the right. Brandon Sullivan is kind of in the slot. Wallace 3-step drop out to Steinberg. Nice catch. We've got a Dave Weilbacher penalty on the play that came out of nowhere. Tell you what, nice hands by Carter Steinberg. I'm sorry.
That was in the deep defensive backfield where there were no St. Mary's players around.
Exactly. What does that mean?
I think that's too many men on the field.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though.
Yeah, they're going to send somebody off. There was 12 men on the field.
Yep, 12 men on the field.
Nice catch by Carter Steinberg. He turned up and gained a few extra yards. But I tell you what is impressive by me is the way he caught it with his hands.
Yep.
Wallace.
Throws it again.
To Steinberg, and he's going to be close to a Fowler TV first down.
Clock stops.
So apparently it is a Fowler TV first. No, we got a timeout on the field called by the Roughriders with 42 seconds remaining. Riders lead 21-12 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Back right after this.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
42 seconds remaining here in the first half at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Rough Riders moving the football this particular series through the air. A couple of nice catches by Carter Steinberg.
During the timeout, they gave him the first down, so it's 1st and 10 now.
14 first downs for the Rough Riders here in the first half. 1st and 10, ball is in OG territory. Wallace goes back. He's looking for Sharp. Launches it up, Sharp, and it's picked off. Pass is intercepted by number 21.
That's 81, actually.
81?
Yep.
That's Manny Carrillo. And so the Rough Riders are going to come away empty on this one.
Yeah. Just threw it into double coverage and not enough air on it. Didn't need to do that there. You know, you had time on the clock. That's going to be one that they're going to work on in practice this week.
So the interception will give the ball back to the OG Titans. We'll see what they do, if they'll take a knee and be happy just to go in trailing 21-12.
Kind of risky going out of the pistol in the end zone.
Mormon give the ball to Cy Rump, I believe. And he breaks out. He's to the 20. He's to the 30. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. They're going to run him down. Kevin Sharp ran him down. But he busted out of there, and he was headed for pay dirt until Kevin Perry was able to tackle him at the St. Mary's 34-yard line. And they spiked the football down to stop the clock. Well, how can they do that? Now, let's back up a minute, because actually
the clock did.
The clock did, but the chain guys wasn't even set. They come running up as he spiked the football. So I'm not so sure about that.
I think that once we'll have to ask Mark Sisko this week in rules of the game.
If the chains have to be set after a first down before they start the clock.
Yeah.
They were still running up when he spiked the ball.
There may be a provision that allows the officials just to set the ball down and start the next play if the chain gang isn't there yet.
Well, I'll tell you what my problem with that one is. Mormon looking to his left, throws over the middle. Pass is caught at the 20. He gets a block to the 10, to the 5, and he stopped at the 1-yard line with 5 seconds remaining. Well, here's what my dilemma is, Zach. If they throw if they spike the football, if the officials go, where do you spot the football? If the guy isn't over there to mark it, where do you go back and spot the football?
Right. Are some flags on the field? That's what's going to come back. I see some St. Mary's players clapping. Well, they really needed that.
This is one of the few times I'm happy to say that this is a Dave Weilbacher attorney-at-law penalty, as this one's coming back.
Let's watch on the replay here. It must have been some sort of block or holding downfield. Oh, yeah, maybe right there.
So we've got
I think that's a blindside block that was called there. We'll have to check with Mark Sisko on that one this week. See it right there, number 16, Doug Spencer with the great camera angle right there. right in your living room.
He is working on an ESPY nomination. That is exactly what he's doing for. There's our Albert Sporting Goods pylon.
Wow.
So we're going to keep it right here. Of course, Bill Kellemeyer will be our guest at halftime. Zach will be talking to him. He's the president of the St. Mary's Alumni Association. And they'll be talking about the Hall of Fame and the induction and the game that is coming place. What did we say about on the 30th?
Yep.
Again, we want to congratulate the 2022 homecoming queen, Morgan Hesse, and her court. Congratulations to her. Of course, the Roughriders put some defensive backs in the backfield. They're only going to put 3 guys on the rush.
Yeah, Joe, Friday, September 30th against Kenton, home. That's the Hall of Fame game, so we'll have the
Roughrider
inductees.
Roughrider defense is scattered everywhere. 3 men on the rush for the Roughrider defense. Landon Mormon, the quarterback, out of the gun. Looks to his left, pulls it down, rolls to his left, falls back, and this pass is going to be intercepted and fumbled and picked back up by Sullivan. And he's still going as time on the clock expires. So the Roughriders pick one up, fumbled it. Sullivan ran it, got shoved out of bounds as time expired, but the OG Titans made a valiant effort to try to get back into this ball game, but they only trail by 9 here in the first half. So that's the end of the first half with the score on the Family Audiology scoreboard. It's the St. Mary's Roughriders 21, the OG Titans 12. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our Hewer Renovating halftime show right after this.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Roughrider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Head to Varsity Lanes for the pregame or postgame party. Dinner, beverages, and bowling with the best prices in town. Varsity Lanes also specializes in birthday parties or office and corporate parties of all sizes. Varsity Lanes is the home of 2 boys and 2 girls state championship titles. Eat, drink, and bowl where the state winners are built. Proud supporters of Roughrider Athletics, Varsity Lanes.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help?
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Auglai's Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or auglaisequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglai's Equipment Rental. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Roughrider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughriders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs in all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Grand Lake Health System Fields here in St. Mary's, Ohio. This is your Hewer Renovating halftime show. Hewer Renovating, your residential specialists. Call 419-394-8643 for all your home renovation needs. That's Hewer Renovating here in St. Mary's. I am honored to be joined tonight up here for the halftime show with Bill Kellemeyer, the president of the St. Mary's Alumni Foundation. And Bill, we had you in here last year, and since then, I can tell the Alumni Association has not slowed down. There's been lots of events around town. Thought maybe you could highlight some of the events and maybe some of the projects and benefits that the Alumni Foundation has provided.
Well, thanks, Zach, for having me tonight. On behalf of the Alumni Foundation, I appreciate it. It's always good to be with you and talk about what we're doing. In the last year, you're right, Diana Dominguez Pendleton oftentimes says to me, we got a lot of plates spinning in the air, and we really do. Right now we're, as you know, getting ready for the Alumni Foundation Hall of Fame game on September 30th. But in the past year, we've worked on the inflatable for the football program that was up last fall and is in use this fall. We've supported a new backdrop for kids when they're doing scholarship signings. We've also got a new scores table for the basketball program, and I guess not just the basketball program, but all those that are sports teams that are using the gymnasium. We continue to stress putting a lot of money, a lot of our funds that we fundraise into scholarships. We've always kind of operated with a certain set of numbers on the number of scholarships we're trying to give, and over the last couple of years, we've just done more than that, and we feel like the more we can do for our students to give back to them in their efforts at college, we feel like that's a good way to support our kids and to direct our funds.
I've definitely noticed that over the past few years that the scholarships at the Alumni Foundation, it just keeps growing and growing each year. And kudos to you and your committee for bringing that to local students. Speaking of alumni, we have the St. Mary's Alumni Marching Band coming out and joining SMAB on your screen as we're talking. So be sure to check that out, everyone, where you're watching us. It's a pretty neat experience down there. You mentioned Diana Pendleton Dominguez. Are there other individuals that you want to talk about or highlight that have helped you guys out?
Well, actually, our committee just adopted our bylaws a little bit and did a little change, and we expanded our committee because the more hands we can have involved and minds we can have involved, we feel like the better off we are. And 3 of our new advisory committee members are Mandy Martin, Judy Falk, and Amy Snyder. They actually have joined us in the last couple weeks. We kind of we approved that in our July meeting. They've joined us in the last couple weeks, and they are coming in the middle of the Hall of Fame piece. So they're getting a look at that, but they're not being saddled with not that it's being saddled, but given any responsibilities this time around. But I'm sure as we move on and start thinking about next year's Hall of Fame, that will certainly involve them in that process a little bit more.
I know I've seen the Alumni Foundation set up at the First Fridays downtown, getting a lot of pictures and just being a presence, and I think gaining some memberships down there. I've also seen the Alumni Foundation, just saw them last night, set up at the Tap House on the Square, had a little bit of a fundraiser there after the homecoming bonfire downtown. So that was exciting. And I guess I know I've seen Gail Mason-Brink and Kathy Sampson, just some of the Kelly Huber, I think. So some of the names and people that I've seen, I know I'm probably leaving some off, but as there's lots of people that help behind the scenes. But just thank you to those people, I guess, and your committee for being this sort of newer type of movement as the Alumni Foundation and bringing so much energy to scholarships and fundraising and helping out programs around St. Mary's.
So. Well, that's really something that we talk about at times is the number of things we want to do and the number of things we've been able to do, but we still have lots we want to do. And the bottom line is this: we're still a pretty young organization compared to a lot of organizations in the community, and we do have a great advisory committee. Some of the names that you mentioned are great hands; they're great minds, and we've enjoyed really, as you mentioned too, with the last few weeks, we've partnered with a lot of businesses in town to have some fundraising. The Tap House you mentioned, JT's, we've teamed up with them. So yeah, we have tried to team up, and they've been very supportive in our efforts as well, and we very much appreciate that.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about your big event coming up, which is the Hall of Fame inductee ceremony coming September 30th, home game against Kenton. We're going to come back and talk about the details of that, maybe go over some of the honorees, and we'll be back with that right after this.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Grand Lake Health System Field here in St. Mary's, Ohio. This is the Heuer Renovating Halftime Show. Heuer Renovating, your your residential specialist. Call 419-394-8643 for all of your home renovation needs. I am joined again by Bill Kellemeyer, president of the St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation. And Bill, your big event's coming up as we see the alumni band out here on the field, by the way. Your big event is coming up on September 30th. That is the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's going to be a home game against Kenton, September 30th. I know in the past we've had service to St. Mary's City Schools, athletic achievement, academic and professional achievement, and then military service to country. Those are the 4 categories that you induct people into the Hall of Fame, Alumni Hall of Fame. So I did see this year that we've got 8 inductees, so I thought maybe this would be a good time to talk about the process and maybe share a little bit about the inductees this year.
So typically what happens is we accept nominations through June, and some years are heavier than others as far as those nominations. For the bulk of the categories, we have a very thick profile, an in-depth profile of people to choose from. So people do nominate. The committee kind of stays out of that business. We don't want it to ever look like we're nominating our friends and then putting them in a Hall of Fame. That just doesn't seem to be very good. So we kind of stay out of that business and let the people from St. Mary's and around nominate, and they do a great job of that. And then we come together in July and we make a selection for that year. Typically we try to have 1 out of each category, but as you noted, this year we will have 2 out of each category. And then from that point forward, we make the notifications to the inductees for that given year, and then we just start in on the process of preparing for that Hall of Fame game. And it's a process, and there's a lot of moving parts to put together to make sure that goes off the right way, because we do want it to be a great event for the inductees and for the community.
And I guess just because I'm curious, why 8 inductees this year? I know in the past there's been 4. Is there a set number, or is it just sort of just up to the committee?
It's really up to the committee. There is no set number. I mean, we could have a situation where you maybe have somebody you think is worthy in 3 of the categories, but maybe not one of them. So there's really no set number. We felt comfortable with the nominations that we had, and I have to tell you, especially the military service. We've seen the community react very well to the banners, where they're equally reacting well with nominations for that category. And so we just felt that we had the right people in front of us and that they were deserving, and so we decided to move with 8. And this year it kind of works out evenly. There are 4 deceased inductees and there are 4 living inductees.
Yeah, neat moment there on the field. We saw the homecoming queen, Morgan Hesse, leading off the SMAB and the alumni band with a solo there. So pretty neat things happening in the background while we talk about the September 30th St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation inductee Hall of Fame game, where we have the inductees come for the inducting into the Hall of Fame. Can we talk a little bit about who those inductees are this year? I know you've been announcing them on Facebook. Maybe for those that aren't on Facebook or haven't seen those yet, talk a little bit about who those are in each category.
Well, this year in our 4 categories, we have for academic and professional achievement, Dr. Elizabeth Yale Kuffner, whose actually family land is surrounding the new high school and football field here. The other inductee for that category is Thomas S. Petter, a professor at Miami University. And Dr. Kuffner was a medical doctor in town who was a woman before her time. She was quite an influential member of the community, not only in St. Mary's but in Auglaize County. And then for athletic achievement, we have a name in Roughrider football that is not unfamiliar to anybody, and that would be Jeff Sisko, who's a phenomenal back during the Bachman era. And then a younger member of athletic achievement is Dom Guarneri. Dominic is the head men's and women's golf coach at the University of Findlay, and this past year brought a national championship with the women's program, and of course he's doing great things there. For service to St. Mary's City Schools, a longtime elementary teacher, a gem of a lady in Fern Johns, the late Fern Johns, and then a guy that I think every person in St. Mary's, whether he was actually their principal or not, I think claims him as their high school principal, and that's Dan Griffin, a well, I got a little bit of a biased opinion there. A great guy.
Yeah.
And then our final category, the more recent and new category for us, military service to country. We have 2 gentlemen that were World War II servants, and they were friends. And these 2 men died together on the same day on July 11th, 1943. They are Sergeant Herbert C. Tex Linville Jr. and Staff Sergeant Charles V. Chick Kettler. They were in the Philippines, and were trying to reverse some of the Japanese victories in that part of the Pacific theater. And unbeknownst to each other, being selfless in their actions, they both died in battle against the Japanese. So
Wow.
That category is just unbelievable to research and to talk about and to put the history together. And this year, much like last year, no different. It's really a touching and moving part of our Hall of Fame honorees.
It's great that we're able to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice in that category.
Absolutely.
Looking at or just as you were talking through some of those inductees, I thought about the fact that Rider Nation Station had Tom Petter on and did a nice interview with him. Doug Spencer talked about his history in St. Mary's and all of his achievements. So if anybody's curious ahead of that Hall of Fame game, they can check out Rider Nation Station for that. Thinking about the Kuffner Nature Preserve north of town here. Right. It was neat to read her story and connect her story to that nature preserve that a lot of us have probably driven by.
I just want to chime in there real quick to cut you off, Zach, but Tom Petter, what a great guy. He's not only academic and professional achievement. We sometimes have nominees that we kind of have to push one direction or another. Tom Petter could have easily been an athletic achievement as well. And I tell you, in my conversation with Tom, he is somebody that remembers his time in St. Mary's and honors those as well who supported him through the years in his efforts. And so he's more than deserving, and like I said, could be an athletic inductee easily.
Yeah, and then I think about Dan Griffin and his second career as a funeral director and the compassion and the kindness that he shows families as a funeral director. I didn't have the pleasure of having him as my high school principal, but I did grow up with his daughter babysitting me, so I know the family well. And like you said, just a great man.
Yeah, and I think Griff is that familiar face. I've been fortunate to know him forever, it seems like, and I do work with him at Miller's, and I think he is that familiar face, and the families are always assured that Griff is looking out for every detail that their needs are met at their most pressing time and time of need. So yeah, he is that familiar face that families are looking for.
Well, we've got the bands coming off of the field. That's St. Mary's All Brass Marching Band and the Alumni Marching Band. And we've got fireworks going off in the south of the stadium. So we're going to let fade out maybe to commercials right here. When we come back, we're going to look at some of the stats from the first half and bring you the second half of the St. Mary's and Otto Glandorf game. I want to thank my guest, Bill Kellermeyer, the St. Mary's Alumni Foundation, for being here. And just remind everybody again, September 30th, that's the Hall of Fame game. We're going to have the 4 inductees, and then I assume the 4 that are deceased. We got some family members or representatives of them.
Yep,
so it's always a really neat time. I encourage you to come out to Grand Lake Health System Field in person and honor those people with your presence. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the second half of Rough Rider football here on Rider Nation Station. Thank you to Hewer Renovating for your halftime show, and we'll be back right after this.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogie's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogie's a call today. Kogie, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
Alrighty, we're back. This Rough Rider Kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton, State Farm Insurance in St. Mary's. Zach, you want to run through quickly?
Yeah, I've got 30 seconds here. We'll go through. First down, St. Mary's 14, OG 7. Total yards, St. Mary's 222, OG 246. St. Mary's 4 for 6 passing, OG 6 for 10 passing. Passing net yards, St. Mary's 66, OG 148. Rushing attempts, St. Mary's 29 for 156, OG 12 for 98. 2 penalties for St. Mary's, 14 yards. 2 penalties for OG, 30 yards. Third down conversions, 4 for 7 St. Mary's, 2 for 4 OG. Time of possession got a lot more even. St. Mary's 14 minutes, OG 9 minutes. And your score 21-12. That's your first half stats.
Wow. Well, we're just about ready to kick it off. Jay Schaefer will do the kicking for the Rough Riders. Of course, we want to thank Bill Kellemeyer for his time during our halftime program. Here comes the OG kickoff returner, and
looks like Schrader again.
I think it's Schrader, Grant Schrader.
Getting a little nervous anytime he touches the ball.
Exactly. He's an impact player. He's an athlete.
Yep.
So, my opinion, the momentum has shifted to the OG Titans. They have now found themselves. What we thought in the first quarter, the Rough Riders were wearing the OG Titans down by just putting big bodies on them. Well, all of a sudden in the second quarter, about halfway through, the OG Titans kind of got a second wind, if you will, and boy, they've kind of come to life. So
yeah, right at 5 minutes left in the second quarter. It's just. It was all St. Mary's up until 5 minutes in the second quarter, and OG's really taken off after that. Through the air, mostly through Schrader, and I'm not going to say fluke plays, but not necessarily wide open pass plays, sort of throwing the ball up and letting him make an athletic play on it.
Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play, so it'll march the OG Titans back 5 yards. It'll be second down and 15. Landon Mormon, the quarterback, Rump to his right. Mormon's going to go back. He's looking downfield, and the pass is out there, and the pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for Carter Dooling.
Let's watch the replay here. A lot of contact between the two players, but I think the defender did a good job of putting himself between the ball and the offensive player. Offensive player had a lot of contact over the back of the defender, but nothing was called there. I think that
could have been called offensive pass interference? Or
potentially, I think we'll ask Mark Sisko about it this week in Rules of the Game, but there wasn't. I don't think the defender had enough action on the ball, so the defender wasn't necessarily trying to catch the ball.
Got a counter back to the OG ball carrier, and that is Cy Rump.
Big third down here from St. Mary's. I think you stop them. The OG's probably punting no matter what. And you give your offense a chance to come down here and put some more points on the board.
Landon. Ellerbrock in the backfield. He's going to go back. He's got pressure by the Rough Riders. Escapes that, rolls to the right, throws the ball across field. The ball is knocked down. Pass was intended for C.J. Rump, and the Rough Riders dodge a bullet there as Rump was open, and he was able to throw the ball just over the outstretched arms of some of the Rough Rider defenders.
Yeah, watch this Larry Schaff Auto Sales replay. The ball, he throws his ball across the body here. Rump was open. I think Sharp got a hand on it, and it nearly got picked off. But there's enough space there between the defenders and the wide receiver to give us a little pause.
Connor Kitchen to do the punting for the Titans. Gets his foot into it, and it'll go down to Keegan Sharp. It bounces off his shoulder pads. The ball is loose, and Sharp will fall on the football. So the Roughriders put the ball on the turf, and they're able to come up with the recovery. So things not starting out too well here for the Roughriders here in the second half. I think the Roughriders have just got to continue to play with some composure, play with poise, play within themselves, try not to do too much, and just move the football. They had the ball pretty much the entire first quarter, about 8 minutes in the first quarter. Just need to put those drives together. Pitch to Hinkle. Hinkle, we got a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play. It'll be set in the middle of the field about the 43-yard line, so we'll see what that's all about.
That's very far in the backfield. I'm wondering if are there 12 players again? Something against OG because they're talking to St. Mary's coaches about whether they want to accept or decline that. Legal substitution.
So the Roughriders will accept the penalty. They'll move the ball forward 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Roughriders. Ball is placed at the Roughrider 47-yard line. Wallace give the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan to the 35-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Nice run by Braden Sullivan. He picks up a Fowler TV first down. Remember, for all your TV and entertainment needs, stop by and see Fowler's TV in St. Mary's.
Just a nice classic 28 sweep from St. Mary's. 2 guards out in front of him and just really well blocked. Fortunately, got an OG player down here on the St. Mary's sidelines, it looks like.
So with 10:29 remaining here in the third quarter, 21-12, Roughriders lead on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Roughrider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
If you want a winning banking relationship for all your financial needs, let Minster Bank help. We can make all your winning dreams come true. Find us at minsterbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All righty, while we are waiting for play to resume, here's our Roughrider trivia question for week number 4. And if you submit an answer, text it in the comment section and we'll look at the answer. So here's the question. What Roughrider running back holds the record for the longest run from the line of scrimmage, and who was it against? Name the player and the team it was against. And for a bonus, as a tiebreaker, if you can tell us the yardage, that will be an added bonus.
Colton Mabry with a nice sweep out there to the left.
Nice run by Mabry. It'll be a Fowler TV first down. So here's the question again. What Roughrider running back holds the record for the longest run from scrimmage, and who was it against? And as a tiebreaker, how long was it? So I'm looking for 2 answers, but we'll keep the tiebreaker as how long the run was. So the Roughriders will have the ball 1st and 10 at the OG 18-yard line. Here comes Sullivan. Cuts back inside. They'll get down to the 10-yard line. Nice run by Braden. And we've got another OG player down on the field. We've got an official timeout. So once again, before we go to break, here's the trivia question once again. What Roughrider running back holds the record for the longest run from the line of scrimmage, and who was it against? You have to have those 2 right. And the bonus tiebreaker is how long was that run? We'll take a break. We'll come back with more right after this.
Are you looking for a new trailer or needing your current one fixed? Then head over to Midway Trailer Sales. We're conveniently located just off US Highway 33 in St. Mary's and Interstate 75 in Dayton. We're your one-stop shop for new and used trailers, flatbeds, and snowplows. We also offer a wide array of parts to fit your trailer's needs. Our professional service team will get you back on the road in no time. And of course, we're Ohio's only authorized empty hopper dealer. Come visit us at www.midwaytrailers.net. When you need a haul, give Midway a call. Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals going the extra mile.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Rough Riders have the football, and Aiden Hinkle is tackled for a short loss. The injured player for the OG Titans was Fernando Valley, I want to say, and it was good to see him get up and go off the field on his own power. I want to remind everybody that the Rough Rider Trivia winner will receive a gift card for a 15-inch pizza from Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, and the winner can pick their gift card up at Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance during normal business hours next week. Colton Mabry, he's got the angle. He's to the 5, and he'll be tackled at the 5.
Speaking of Lori Yelton, the Yelton boys are watching from Jupiter, Florida, and that reminds me that we need to talk a little bit about Smart. Having their purse and tool bingo next Saturday at Eagles.
You're the celebrity caller. How cool is that?
It's, I guess, my responsibility that I just have to deal with. Saturday, September 17th, St. Mary's Eagles. Doors open at 5. Games begin at 6. Person tool bingo to benefit Smart.
Hinkle bowls in for the Rough Rider touchdown. There's the fireball.
A little brighter when it gets dark over here, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So good line surge by that offensive line of the St. Mary's Rough Riders. LeClaire, Wyckoff, Miller at center, Felver, Saylor, and Rickard. Jay Schaefer into the ball game. Cody Wallace coming back into the ball game. The Rough Riders look like they're going to go for 2 points as they now lead by a score of 27-12 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Rough Riders line up. They are going for 2. Wing to the right is Schaefer. Wallace turns. He's going to give the ball, and boy, he's going nowhere. Second effort as Sullivan's trying his hardest, but not going anywhere. So the 2-point conversion fails, and with 8:50 remaining in the third quarter, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 27, the OG Titans 12. Back right after this.
Speckman Automotive with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960. Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
Name, team.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field, where the Rough Riders have just scored to take a 27-12 lead, although the 2-point conversion failed. This Rough Rider kickoff is once again being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's. State Farm Insurance.
Well, that was what we needed to see from St. Mary's coming out here after all that momentum's change with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Defense got a good stop. Offense marched down the field, put it in. Unfortunately, we saw OG almost score 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes earlier, so they could not let off the gas. What a bounce.
Get it, go! It's like an onside kick. Absolutely. The Rough Riders will have this football. That is just a mental breakdown, and I think it's Heath Dillsaver.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, OG player thought it was going to go out of bounds and then just let it go.
Yep. Now, if he picked that up, he can run that in or not. No, it's down where he stopped.
Once a kicking player touches the ball, it's first down from that position.
Boy, what a mental breakdown right there for the OG Titans. But I think you're absolutely right, Zach. I think the kickoff returner right there thought it was going to go out of bounds. So he just gets out of the way.
Yeah, so just like an onside kick.
A long onside kick. So the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. Give the ball to Colton Mabry, left side. He'll bowl forward for about 2 yards. So these are the type of mistakes the Rough Riders have got to take advantage of.
Yep. Yeah, this is a opportunity sitting in your lap. It's a very uncharacteristic mistake from the OG Titans.
It is. Would be, wouldn't it?
Probably the longest onside kick in history. Yeah.
Absolutely. We got it. Dave Weilbacher, penalty flags flying all over the place. So we'll see what's going to happen. The Rough Riders look like they're moving backwards, so this will go against the Rough Riders.
Yeah, false start on that left side.
And the Rough Riders cannot continue to shoot themselves in the foot like this. Where they get a break, they get a big play by their special teams unit, and then a 5-yard penalty puts them back 2nd and 14. Wallace is going to roll to the right. He's got somebody wide open, and that is Sullivan. Sullivan will be inside the 10-yard line. They'll knock him out at the 5. It'll be close to a Fowler TV first down. It's about 2 yards shy.
Nice angle again here from Doug Spencer on the Larry Schaff Auto Sales instant replay. Coming right into your living room.
So we're going to call it 3rd down and 2. Ball is at the OG 5. Rough Riders will turn to give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle will go inside the 5, and he'll be stopped at the 1-yard line. So it'll be a Fowler TV first down. But more importantly, it will be 1st and goal for the Rough Riders at the OG 1-yard line.
I saw the coaches not even really sending a play. They just told the quarterback to turn around. So that tells me quarterback sneak.
And Wallace from 1 yard out. He didn't make it, although we got 3 more chances from here.
I know what I'd do. Tell him to run it 3 more times.
Clock continues to roll. 7:03 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Rough Riders lead 27-12 on our Family Audiology scoreboard. Full house in the backfield. Wallace turn, give the ball to Hinkle. He dives, and he's going to be, we got a...
Ball's out.
Oh, mercy. Well, we saw the orange, it's not a flag actually, but we saw the orange object being thrown from the back official, which means that it's a fumble.
Hinkle came up with it. Let's watch this replay from the goal line. Hinkle stretching the ball out and just gets hit. Ball comes backwards. Fortunately, Hinkle holds on to it.
So the Rough Riders get a break. 3rd down and 1. And I'll tell you what, if your offensive line cannot give you 1 yard, you just need to pack it up and head to the locker room.
Sullivan's in the end zone, but the ball's out.
Well, I think he's crossed. Far official calls a touchdown. The ball has broken the plane of the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Once it breaks the plane, the ball can come loose, which is what happened. But it's a touchdown. So the Rough Riders score. Wasn't pretty.
No.
That series wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination.
Is it possible to get another replay from a different angle? Everybody's talking about it, and officials are talking about it, and they confirm a touchdown. Let's watch it again here on the Larry Schaff Auto Sales replay.
Logan Rush, while you watch the replay, Logan Rush.
Whew.
There's the ball come loose. You see it.
Yeah.
Point after by Logan Rush is good. So with 6:08 remaining here in the third quarter, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 34, the OG Titans 12. Back with the Roughrider kickoff right after this.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Close. All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Homecoming 2022. Again, congratulations to the 2022 Memorial High School homecoming queen, Morgan Hesse. This kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton today. State Farm Insurance. They're located on Spring Street in St. Mary's. Jay Schaefer. Short kick, bounces around, gets by 47. This time he's going to run it down. Last time he let it go, and the Rough Riders were able to pick it up for a long onside kick. But this time he decided, I'm going to grab onto this. So Grant Evers was the kickoff returner there. So wisely picked up the football and got it out to the 10-yard line. So the OG Titans will have it, 1st and 10. Ball is placed at their own 10-yard line. Where is this guy going? Oh,
T left on the field.
Oh, yeah. Somebody has the responsibility to run out there and get the T.
Official had to run out and grab the kicking tee off the field.
So back to action. Landon Mormon in the shotgun formation. Quarterback draw, picks it up and runs to the outside, and he is run down by the Rough Rider defense, number 11, Caden Sharp.
Caden Sharp did a great job of readjusting his path because he overran the quarterback at first. Quarterback did a little juke to the outside. Caden didn't give up on it, got right back in it. Watch Caden come here from the left of the screen.
Grabs onto him, and then also number 14, Jamal Kessler, chases him down as well. So we'll give him a gain of about 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8, 5:28 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball's up in the air.
That ball's backwards, and they did rule it incomplete.
Look, Jay Schaefer, that's a touchdown. Official says otherwise. Look at it.
Looking at the replay, I think Doug Spencer's camera has gotten a little going back to standard definition. Like we're back in 1992.
Yeah. Good job by the Rough Rider defense blocking that pass, so it'll bring up 3rd down, and we're going to call it 8. Passing situation for the OG Titans. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lone setback beside Mormon. Here come the Rough Rider defense. Mormon to the right. He's going to throw a short pass.
Nearly picked off.
Nearly picked off. The ball is incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th down, and it'll bring on the OG punt team.
St. Mary's doing a much better job of getting pressure on him, making him uncomfortable, but also downfield. We're covering the deep routes. He doesn't have a chance to throw it down too deep. He's looking more for the shorter routes.
That will bring on Connor Kitchen to do the punting for the OG Titans. Back to receive the punt for the Rough Riders is Braden Sullivan and Keegan Sharp. Kitchen, plenty of time. Sharp calls a fair catch, and he'll catch this one. The last time he was back there, he had it bounce off his shoulder pads and was a loose football. This one he hauls in, so the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. The ball will be placed at the OG 40-yard line.
Five minutes left here in the third quarter. Like to see the Rough Riders march down and maybe use all of these 5 minutes.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Caden Sharp back in the game at fullback there, gets the ball.
Good job by Caden. So Sharp will remain in the ball game at fullback, I believe. I don't see Hinkle. He's standing on the sideline. So it'll be 2nd down. We're going to call it a long 8. Wallace throws it back. Nice pass to Schaefer. Schaefer is going to get a Fowler TV 1st down. Nice job by Wallace getting outside the box and finding Schaefer as he runs right across his vision and runs out of bounds.
Nice little boot plays here with the quarterback. I think Schaefer probably came from the wingback position, just running a nice little 10-yard drag. And OG not covering him. Schaefer showing some nice soft hands tonight.
So we got a timeout on the field with the score. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 34, the OG Titans 12 with 4:20 remaining, and we'll take a break. We'll come right back.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Some scores around the Western Buckeye League. Elida is leading Bath in the third quarter 17-10. Salina is defeating Kenton 27-7. Fourth quarter just starting. Shawnee is defeating Defiance 12-7. As Jay Schaefer carries the football for the Rough Riders. Van Wert, as they get ready to start the fourth quarter in Wapak, leads the Wapak Redskins 19-7.
Wow. Yeah, we didn't have a chance to update the scores at halftime.
We'll call it 2nd down and 5 for the Rough Riders. Ball resting at the OG 24-yard line. Give the ball to Hinkle. He busts loose. He's up
Nice
the middle
move.
to the 5, and he's brought down.
Man
at
alive.
about the 5-yard line.
Aiden Hinkle's that's just a new part of his running game that I don't think we've seen the last couple of years. These moves downfield. Look at this juke right here. Whoop.
So it's a Fowler TV 1st down for the Rough Riders. It'll be 1st and goal. The ball is placed at the Titan 5-yard line. Turn, pitch it to Hinkle, squares his shoulders. He's going to be touchdown, Rough Riders. And a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play. The helmet came off. I wondered if it has something to do with that, or an OG Titan grabbed the helmet and jerked it off, because it came out pretty quick.
I just saw him say, "You stay in the game," so I think it was ripped off by OG, and that's what the penalty was. Dead ball, personal foul, ripping off the helmet.
So that'll be assessed on the kickoff, I believe. So the Rough Riders score to make their lead 40-12 with a point after touchdown coming as the official goes over to Bo Fry and explains to what's going to happen. He says it's going to be assessed on the kickoff. Here comes Aiden Hinkle off. Nice run by Hinkle. Good job up there by Schaefer.
Yeah, number 12 right there from OG.
You're not allowed to do that.
Luke Bourne's just ripping the helmet off there. Oof. When it happened on the field, I thought it was the ball coming out. And I thought, oh, well, good, he's in the end zone. And then
Sullivan will hold. Logan Rush will attempt the point after. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:13 remaining here in the third quarter, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 41, the OG Titans 12 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Back with the Roughrider kickoff right after this.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Alrighty, we're back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Zach just pointed out I was going to do it in the fourth quarter, but we might as well do it now. Congratulations to our Rough Rider trivia question, Roger Racevere. He correctly answered our question. The answer was Scott Slosser. It was against the OG Titans, and it was a 98-yard run back in 1987. And I think, talking to Doug Spencer, it was up at OG that it took place, because Doug said he was there, and he remembered that Slosser took it on the west end of the field and ran 98 yards to pay dirt. That's right.
We were reminded from Dave Walbacher in the truck that Doug only remembers because he had to write down all the stats holding the clipboard on the sideline.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Joe, with that touchdown, St. Mary's has 44 rushing attempts for 247 yards. 334 total yards on the game. And it's not even the fourth quarter yet.
Wow. That Rough Rider kickoff was brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton State Farm Insurance, located on East Spring Street in St. Mary's. So the Rough Riders score. The OG the kick went into the end zone. OG has it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Landon Mormon is going to run to the left. He's going to pitch it back to his running back, which is Cy Rump.
Nice little rushing play from OG, and really nobody defending that from St. Mary's. One linebacker, it looked like, coming out, maybe even a safety, and nice decision there from Mormon to pitch it out. A lot of room on the sidelines.
Kevin Perry and Tristan Gardner shove him out of bounds. Mormon give the ball to Rump, and he picks up good yardage. So the Rough Rider defense has got to try to figure out a way to stop this OG Titan offense, because OG seriously is moving the ball at will. That gain is for 8, so it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, OG has found some formations that we're just unable to put enough bodies in the box, and they're running all over us.
They're stretching the offense. Obviously, when that happens, it stretches your defensive front, and they're taking advantage of that. Landon Mormon. And we've got a whistle on the play. I see no flags. There was a Dave Weilbacher penalty on the play. Dave Weilbacher, your attorney at law for all your legal needs. See Dave Weilbacher. Give him a call at 216-225-9181. So we'll move it back 5. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. The ball is placed at the Titan 36-yard line. Landon Mormon. He's going to keep it, and he is going to be tackled by the Rough Rider defense. At the bottom of the pile is number 11, Caden Sharp.
That was a lot of running left to only get really a half yard out of it. Good job from St. Mary's stepping up right now, but I think probably OG is in 4-down territory, down 41-12, even with it still being in the third quarter.
Call it 3rd down and 5 for the Titans. Here comes the Rough Rider defense. They're putting pressure on him. He could run that one, but he picked up the 1st down, passes out to Rump. Rump crosses the 50-yard line and is tackled at about the 46-yard line of the St. Mary's Rough Riders. It'll be 1st and 10 Titans. Want to remind, pass along to Roger Racevere. Of course, he's the winner of our trivia question, that he will receive a $15 gift card courtesy of Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, and he can pick up that gift card at Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance during their normal business hours next week. Three receivers to the left, one to the right for the Titans. Mormon rolls to the right. He's going to be stopped by the Rough Rider defense.
Sacked.
So that'll be a loss of about 1 on the play. Good pursuit by the Rough Rider defense.
They're giving him back to the line of scrimmage, and I didn't see that.
Schaefer.
He gets bottled up.
Hayden Davis in on the tackle. Also Hunter Mabry. They did give him back to the line of scrimmage, and I think we got another injured player down on the field for the OG Titans. So with 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, with the score of the St. Mary's Rough Riders 41, the OG Titans 12. Back right after this.
Head to Varsity Lanes for the pregame or postgame party, dinner, beverages, and bowling with the best prices in town. Varsity Lanes also specializes in birthday parties or office and corporate parties of all sizes. Varsity Lanes is the home of 2 boys and 2 girls state championship titles. Eat, drink, and bowl where the state winners are built. Proud supporters of Rough Rider Athletics, Varsity Lanes.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, the Rough Riders lead 41-12. Clock is running. They're going to let it run out. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the score on the Family Audiology scoreboard. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 41, the OG Titans 12. It's time now for another Big Ralph Rider replay. Brought to you by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizzas, and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244 today. And again, we hope you enjoy this edition of our Big Ralph Rider replay.
Yard line. Goodwin calls the signals. Damon hands the ball to Jimmy Cook. Looks for room. Breaks the tackle. Gets it. Fumbles the football. And it's recovered. I believe number 55, Mark Sisko, is there to recover the fumble at the 49-yard line. So Mark Sisko recovers the fumble. It'll be 4.
All righty. Of course, Damon Goodwin mentioned in that clip. Later went on to play basketball at the University of Dayton, had an outstanding career there, is currently the head basketball coach at the University, or the Capital University out of Columbus. And to my recollection, Jim Cook played his college football at Arkansas.
A lot of great Rough Rider alumni out there.
And, of course, Mark Sisko mentioned in there because he fell on the fumble, of course. Mark, our rules of the game, and head referee for, I think this is his 40th year.
Wow.
Boy, the Roughriders just missing tackle after tackle after tackle, and the OG Titans are able to pick up a first down. Boy, he just ran through a sea of blue and gold, and just nobody could bring him down. Watch this. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four. Finally brought him down.
It's too early to say for sure, but we've got enough lead tonight that we may be able to make up for that. But just thinking about next week with Van Wert and their passing attack, we got to be
Ball's
a lot
on the
better at
ground.
that.
And this one might come up with on the Rough Rider side. OG comes up with the football.
Braxton King wanted that, but OG was laying on it to start out. So
you alluded to Van Wert next week. Rough Riders cannot make these mistakes next week against Van Wert.
Nope. The good thing is we saw them play their very best game last season against Van Wert at home. Van Wert was ranked number 1 in the state at the time.
Mormon, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe get about a yard, but I think Van Wert comes into this week's contest against the Wapakoneta Redskins, ranked number 2 in the state of Ohio.
Of course, if you're Van Wert, you definitely want revenge from St. Mary's last year knocking you out of that position. And it's at Van Wert.
I hope, and if you remember a couple of years ago, our accommodations for you and I.
It was a scissor lift behind the visitor stands.
And I hope it's a little better accommodations this year. Third down and long for OG. Mormon goes back, looks for a receiver, and it falls incomplete. The pass was intended for Grant Schrader.
While we're talking about it, Van Wert is up in the fourth quarter over Wapakoneta, 19-7. Defiance is up over Shawnee, 21-12. Bath is losing to Elida, 24-10. Salina is up 27-7 over Kenton. So things are starting to play out in the WBL.
So it'll be 4th down and 10 for the OG Titans. The ball is at the Rough Rider 32-yard line. And their OG Titans going to go for it. Again, they have nothing to lose at this point in time. Mormon goes way back. He's being fleshed out of the pocket. He's got room to run. Rough Rider defense is there. Somebody's just got to get him. He's running around. He's going to launch one down, and it is
out of bounds.
Out of bounds and incomplete. The pass again was intended for Grant Schrader, and the OG Titans turn the football over on downs, and it'll be the Rough Rider ball 1st and 10, and they'll put it at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Mormon ran almost to the left sidelines and then all the way to the right sidelines. Gave his receiver a shot there. But good discipline from St. Mary's. D-line stayed in the game and put some pressure on him finally at the end there. And downfield, though, everybody was covering their men and unable to let OG scramble or get any kind of comeback.
Caleb Felver will come wide to the left for the Rough Riders. Full house in the backfield. Wallace will give the ball to, I believe, I want to say.
Nope, it's Kevin Perry.
Kevin Perry in
Looked
the ball
like Hinkle
game.
for a second.
It did. Kevin Perry's first carry of the ball game. We'll give him a gain of 2 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Clock continues to run. 9:18 remaining here in the ball game. 41-12 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Cody Wallace trots back in with the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry. 10 seconds on the play clock. Turn, counter back to Steinberg. Carter Steinberg, first time we've seen him carry the football this year on a counter back. Nice run.
Had a lot of room to run. Just needed 1 or 2 more blockers down there. Could have been something real special. Nice speed.
We'll give him, absolutely. We'll give him a gain of about 5 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 4. We'll call it, third. Well, they're going to call it 3rd and 3. Steinberg to the right. Or excuse me, Steinberg to the left. He's going to get a pass. And nope, that one falls incomplete. Pass was thrown a little high. And that'll bring up 4th down and 3 for the Roughriders. It's catchable. So Jay Schaefer will go back to do the punting for the Roughriders. Nice punt by Schaefer. It'll hit about the 27-yard line, take a OG bounce.
Already thinking about next week, Joe?
I am. And I'll tell you why, because I have heard so much about the Van Wert special teams.
Yeah.
How their kick returners are just super fast. Their punt returners are super fast, and but we got to get through this one first.
That drive took 2.5 minutes off the clock. 8 minutes and counting left in this 4th quarter. Just want to see the defense get another stop here.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Titans. Mormon rolls to the right. He keeps the football. Breaks a tackle, puts on a move, and he'll get a 1st down. Nice run of about 15 yards for Landon Mormon. Stops the clock, and they move the chains.
Just Larry Schaff, Auto Sales replay here. Mormon cuts up. Jay Schaefer misses a tackle right there, and puts a little move and a lot of downfield blocking.
He picked up the 1st down. Clock stopped. Chains moved. Start the clock. That wasn't the case on the one that we talked about earlier.
So the end of the 2nd quarter, we need to
Correct.
Pull that up and definitely take a look at it with Mark Cisco for rules of the game this week.
Mormon will cross midfield. And the football will now be placed at the St. Mary's 49-yard line. So we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Titans. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lone setback beside Mormon. Mormon goes back, looks for a pass, and the pass is complete to Grant Schrader. I'm not so sure if that wasn't touched at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, have to see here on a replay maybe. Ball comes through. Nope.
Not even close. Just the angle that we're at.
Good job by Grant Schrader to get himself under the ball.
3rd and 1 for the OG Titans. Clock is running. We'll be under 6 minutes here as OG gets ready to snap the football. Schrader quickly passes it out to, we'll just have to wait and see who the receiver is.
Schrader.
Grant Schrader, just a junior for the OG Titans. Seems to be Landon Mormon's favorite receiver.
He was the one receiver that I thought jumped out of the film as being extremely athletic and fast. And Mormon has definitely shown me a little bit more passing down the field than we saw in some of his film earlier in the season.
Schrader pitches it to Rump. We'll give Rump a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 3. Wow. Schrader on the night, 6 catches, 140 yards.
Wow.
And 1 touchdown. Mormon, give the pitch to Rump, and he'll be close to a 1st down. The sideline marker goes down. There you see on your screen, you see Hayden Davis, Kevin Perry, Caden Sharp, all pursuing the play. Logan Compton's over there as well. 3rd, and we're going to call it 1 for the OG Titans.
Well, OG's marching, but they're taking a lot of time off the clock.
Mix up in the backfield, and now Roughrider defense is going to swarm all over Landon Moorman. And this will bring up a 4th down situation, and obviously the OG Titans are going to go for it. But nonetheless, good job by this defensive front. Little mix up there in the backfield. And here we come. We'll be under 4 minutes by the time the OG Titans snap the football. It'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 4 for the Titans for a 1st down. It's a big play for the Roughrider defense. Mormon, lone setback beside him, goes back, throws the football. The ball is tipped, and an official says it's incomplete.
That's good because you'd rather take it at the line of scrimmage than back there. Great job on 4th down. Offensive line getting a hand on it. I think that was Jay Schaefer. Yep. Oh, yeah.
And almost picked off by Braden Sullivan. So the OG Titans will turn the football over on downs, and the Rough Riders will have it with 3:44 remaining.
And we've got reserves in, Joe. So apologies in advance as we scramble for some numbers here.
Exactly.
We've got Hayden Warren in the offensive tackle.
Uh-huh. I saw Noah Dixon in number 2.
Nope, Ross Bowman.
.27 just carried the football. That's Dominic Osborne, a sophomore, 5'8", 175 pounds. And, of course, we will do our best to try to get some name mentions.
QB in the game, number 12, Luke Bournes.
Where do you get? Oh, 12. Okay. Got it. You're on one of your offensive linemen that I got a glimpse of, number 78, Ross Bowman.
Center, Carson Sturwold. 27, the ball carrier, Dominic Osborne.
We'll give Osborne a gain of about 5 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 5 for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Pretty good job blocking downfield there. Jack Snethkamp in the game. Looks like Caden Smith at 1 tackle.
Luke Bourne's just a sophomore, 6 foot, 150 pounds. Here's the counter back. Boy, nice run by Noah Dixon, number 2. And that'll be a Fowler TV 1st down. So the Rough Riders pick up the 1st down.
Look at the hole here for Noah Dixon to run through.
With number 78 out there leading the charge. Again, Ross Bowman.
74 out there, Caden Smith. I think we had Deshaun Vernon at one of the guards, Carson Sturwold at center. Camden Roth at left guard.
Boy, nice run in second and third efforts by Dominic Osborne. Well, he picks up about 8 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 2. Or we'll call it 2nd down and 3. Give him a gain of 7. Rough Riders get another first down, and this one will be over.
Looks like Cameron Dameyer.
Ball's loose on the ground. We got a fumble. And they say that the
Riders recovered it.
Rough Riders recovered it. So we'll see if on the Schaff Auto Sales.
Number 8, Luke Rammel, recovering that fumble. Luke, just a freshman, 5'9", 155 pounds.
So it'll be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 4. We're under a minute at 56 seconds remaining. The Rough Riders pick up a first down here. The Rough Riders will win this one. Ball juggled by Osborne, and he's going to be short of the first down, so we'll see what the Rough Riders will do.
Good hard run there.
I think the Rough Riders will go for it.
Yeah, 37 seconds left with your reserves in. You don't usually want to try to mess with trying to bring a punt team in. You don't want to bring your starters back in.
Oh, and while I'm looking at the game clock and the play clock. They're like about a half a second behind, and I think the play clock is behind the game clock, so they'll have to run at least one more play.
Yeah, and I think they're just I don't think they're going to worry about it. I think they're just going to go ahead and run it. Oh, no, they're going to wait. Make sure the game ends. Osborne up the middle gets a first down.
First down as time runs out. And the Rough Riders win this one going away by a score of 41-12 on the Family Audiology scoreboard.
Home fans are happy.
So the Rough Riders get a homecoming win.
And we got fireworks.
So the Rough Riders win it, going away by a score of 41-12 over the OG Titans. Zach and I will take a break. We're going to come back with our Hewer Renovating post-game show. We'll take a look at some of the numbers of tonight's ball game when we come back right after this.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, where the Rough Riders defeat the OG Titans by a score of 41-12. Of course, again, we want to congratulate Roger Racevere, who is the winner of our Rough Rider trivia question. And again, he can pick up his $15 gift card compliments of Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub next week at Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance, located on East Spring Street in St. Mary's. Well, Zach, it was pretty much dominated by the Rough Riders, although the OG Titans, again, had spurts of OG Titan football of old, but it just wasn't enough tonight.
Yeah, it looked real scary there in the second quarter.
Yes, it did.
And OG didn't really let off of that momentum except for the fact that they made mistakes and didn't finish drives. The stats are a little scary here if you look at it. It's kind of like St. Mary's last week. St. Mary's did finish with 22 first downs compared to OG's 12. 364 total yards for St. Mary's, but 345 total yards for OG. So they were able to move the ball on St. Mary's, just not able to finish drives and made too many mistakes when they did move the ball. St. Mary's had 87 passing yards. OG had 193. St. Mary's had 53 rushes for 277 yards. OG had 25 rushes for 152 yards. St. Mary's had 3 fumbles, but none lost. That's definitely a point of emphasis as it's been all season.
Right.
We've seen a lot of fumbles from St. Mary's. Fortunately tonight, none lost. OG did have 2 fumbles of their own and didn't lose those. St. Mary's had 3 penalties for 19 yards. OG 6 penalties for 60 yards. A couple of real big penalties too. OG on the half-yard line had a penalty that knocked them back, and I think another penalty that took away a long pass on that on the blindside block call. Third down conversion, St. Mary's was 8 for 13. OG 4 for 10. St. Mary's had 2 punts for 66 total yards. OG had 4 punts for 115 total yards. Average drive start was big. St. Mary's started their average drives on their 40.5 yard line. OG's average drive start was on their 22.1 yard line. Time of possession, pretty even. St. Mary's 22 minutes, 40 seconds. OG 21 minutes, 36 seconds. Cody Wallace was 6 for 9, 87 yards passing. Aiden Hinkle led the way, 16 rushes for 68 yards. Braden Sullivan, 8 rushes for 44 yards. Colton Mabry, 6 rushes for 96 yards.
Wow.
What an average. Braden Sullivan led the way receiving, 4 catches on 4 attempts for 68 yards. Carter Steinberg, 1 for 2 for 10 yards. Jay Schaefer, 1 catch for 9 yards. On OG side, Landon Mormon was 10 for 21 for 193 yards. So a lot of stats right there for both teams, but St. Mary's with the overwhelming victory, 41-12, on the back of some pretty good second half and a pretty bad second half from OG.
Well, the one play that stuck out to me, Zach, and it won't show up in the statistics, and it seemed to turn the momentum back to the hands of the Roughriders, was the 40-yard onside kick.
Oh yeah.
Where the OG player thought it was going to head out of bounds. It stayed in bounds. The Roughriders recovered it probably inside the red zone. I'm not so exactly sure where they started, somewhere maybe around the 15-yard line or so, and they were able to put some points on the board. So that was a big play as far as special teams is concerned, and I thought kind of swung the momentum back to the hands of the Roughriders.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a nail in the coffin, and sort of the last gasp of momentum on the OG side was just done after that play.
I want to remind you that you can see a lot of these highlights tomorrow on the American Legion Post 323 highlight show. That'll be coming your way tomorrow, so stay tuned to YouTube. You'll get notifications if you are a subscriber.
Yeah, and we need to thank Hewer Renovating for the post-game
show. And so that's going to wrap it up for Rider Nation Station here at Grand Lake Health System Field for our entire crew. Great job again with the cameras in the truck. The replays, just a terrific job by our crew. We can't say enough about them. And once again, our final score tonight. The St. Mary's Roughriders run their records at 3-1 overall, 2-1 in the Western Buckeye League. OG falls to 0-4 overall, 0-3 in the Western Buckeye League, as the St. Mary's Roughriders win it on homecoming 2022 by a score of 41-12. For my partner, Zach Farrell, I'm Joe Hurlbert. We'll see you next week as the Roughriders are on the road to take on the Van Wert Cougars at Van Wert. We hope you join us then. Until then, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.